And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Solid! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Guardiola tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Valverde. That's tidy. And it's Pedri. He's had a shot! This time surely! And that is wildly off target.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Aimed beyond the defence. Shot a goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Alex Baina is offering a wry smile there.
Valverde can get it clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. He's chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Charlotte!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Alexander-Arnold knocks it into space. Now it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He is through here. Great vision, great ball, and he's in here. It's gone out for a throw-in. It is a corner, good chance. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a promising run he's making on the right. That's good play. Camavinga. And here's Alvarez. Cross goes in there. He's there to get rid. And he can clear it away. Guardiola. Valverde.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Alvarez. Now it's Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Half an hour played now. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Pedri. And he's let fly! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Pedri brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And the pass is intercepted. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball.
And the shot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well timed, excellent interception. Valverde looking to play him in. And he shoots! It's hit the upright. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played. A corner it is then. Goes for goal! And now a sudden chance to counter. Threads one in. Now it's Baina. And that's gone loose. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, they can break here. And he's taking no chances there. Well, they've got it again. Molina. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That is lovely. And it's Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold, he is onto this. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That'll be a throw. Pedri has a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Pedri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
it's Bina. He's away.
There they go, hunting again.
And he's got the beating of his man. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Sorloth clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Oh, smashing header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
He's going to be disappointed with that. And he's away. Decent chance! Barcelona still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha. Valverde. Shapes to shoot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Barcelona are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
And it's Bina. That is a great pick out. Caught offside that time. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Bina, he's picked his way through. Now it's Alvarez. Ambitious ball here. Jimenez is there and he can get that clear.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Finds himself. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a...
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone...
It's a mighty effort! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Pedri. Now Van Dijk. Pedri. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Vardiol. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Jimenez. For Koke. Valverde. Vardiol. And it's Valverde. That has been slung wide. An instinctive delivery. It's a sharp pass. And he gets rid in a hurry. Molina. And it's Molina. Now it's Bina. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Gonzalez, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, this looks sharp. Can he finish? He's delivered all right! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Nicely weighted ball. Showing good feet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, nice touch. He's got away. And a chance! He's beaten the king. Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Messi duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Cleared without complication. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, there's a probing ball. Over to the left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, slow for a shot! It's run loose, in he goes again! And he hits the net! And they get themselves in front! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Shoots! Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Valverde. Nice looking ball. He's in plenty of space here. Big chance! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Now it's Gonzalez. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, taken with style. Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Alexander-Arnold clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
And Solot. A probing pass. Nicely worked. Gonzalez. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vardiol. Jimenez tries to clear. Gonzalez. Baina. Looking for the run. Koke has created one goal already. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Gonzalez. Baina. Oh, he's burst through. And the shot! Sticks it away! And they're back in front. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight.
And the half-time whistle goes. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he's picked it up out wide. Great chance! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he's managed to get free. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Punched away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And the through ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Molina receives big header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Camavinga. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Baina. Played out wide. Gonzalez. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Gonzalez. Foot in. Now, can they get him away? That has been cut short. Pressing high and with purpose. That's travelling a long way. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Some good work on the right flank here. Neither of these two want to come off second. Tries a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Camavinga actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now they can spring out of defence. And it's made its way to him. And they're quick to get it back. Gonzalez. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Tries to pass it through. Messi gets into a good position. Messi hurtling down that right flank. Longley defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Oh, good spread. Valverde. Now it's Rafinha. Valverde.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9, el dorsal 10 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 19.
And he's gone backward here. Shot, surely! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Barcelona take the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they...
Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Look, we've all been there.
Real chance! It's anyone's... Oh, what has happened here? Can he finish? And it's hoisted clear. And he's opted for the long pass.
Subtlety has gone out of the window. They have to force it any way they can now, Peter.
It's Griezmann! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Foden. Throwing. Holding on to the slenderest of leads here. Minutes must feel like hours. He has found the way through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ball is over the line. He's got away. Now here's the delivery.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Barcelona clearly now in lead preservation mode. Foden. Now it's Alvarez. Oh, that's fabulous. Might be danger here.
3 minutos de descuento.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Longley. Looking for options for movement. Now this could be a chance. Griezmann! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. And that's it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Ha sido una derrota amarga, pero aprenderemos de ella y seremos más fuertes. Gracias por el apoyo.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So that's got things underway. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. This familiar tale ready to be retold. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alvarez! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Alvarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. He's beaten the last man. Ngonge. Referee has just said play on. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think
Oh, what's he giving here? Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Brilliant save from Donnarumma!
Once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Camavinga. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Alexander-Arnold. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Saliba. Well, that has not gone well. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, he's caught him. There's a quick free kick. Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Alvarez. Valverde tries from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Looking to play him in. He can run onto that. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Guardiol with the clearance. It's a promising position. Oh, that's a key interception. Gonzalez. Looking for options for movement. Ngonge picks it up out wide. Real chance! Goal! There is the breakthrough. That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
El dorsal 19.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Rafinha. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Barcelona can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now.
And the shot! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Van Dijk did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's a dangerous ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposite. He's going for goal! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Well, it was probably, for him, the best option, but then again, I'm not the best judge of that.
Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Valverde is the guilty party there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Alvarez was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that is about as cool. And that gets things running. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
And we have our very first corner. Rafinha! Now, and it's come back out to him. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? No way through, so back it comes. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
He's in a great position here. He's looking wide. Takes a shot! And he's there to clear it. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, a delicate chip through. Scored offside that time. Turns back here, probably the best option. That's a sharp pass. Can he latch on to this? No, that's been intercepted.
Vardio.
He's shifted it to the flank. So what can they make of this? And he's worked it through. Valverde. Now it's Rafinha. Gonzalez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Saliba. Van Dijk. Donnarumma. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's picked it up out wide. He is through here. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
It's in, but only just. The keeper guessed correctly, and a heart-and-mouth moment for the taker.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Camavinga. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
There's the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Vardio.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's got away. Valverde. Oh, such a clever touch. Camavinga. Valverde. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the pass is intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Chance! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Alvarez clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Aimed beyond the defence. Van Dijk. He has found the way through. Could try cutting inside here. Shoots! Defending of the desperate variety. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, played right into his path. That's cause for mild irritation.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now it's Nkonge. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Played back into the centre. Pedri.
Valverde.
He's in plenty of space here. Rafinha.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! Oh, taken with style. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Alvarez simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived. And boy, did he hit it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, that certainly raised the temperature in here, and both sides are looking to up their game accordingly. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, what a climb! Sticks it away! And they get themselves in front! He watched it all the way, and the finish was utter. And there is the half-time whistle. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and
face-to-face with it. He's having a shot! He scores! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, super ball! That is a crunching tackle. And he's there to get it away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Looking for the run.
Guardiola.
And it's been given away. He's found a way through. He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Big chance! Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Pedri. Now Van Dijk.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Great vision. Now this could be a chance. That's Valverde. And it's Pedri. And the shot! Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Barcelona got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Pedri. And he's forced to go back.
Este partido asciende a 96.847 espectadores.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made the decision to get tighter. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Nicely spread. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears here. Ngonge's cross. And that was very necessary.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now, can they get him away? He's in space and looking for options. Climbs up big! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 22. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Deftly away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's on it. Can he get away? And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. So there's going to be another change here. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Chance, surely! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Barcelona have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Can he get onto this?
Guardiola.
Out for a throw. Valverde going full steam ahead down the left flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
He rises! chance for a shot! He can get that clear. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
This is a show of real intent to add another goal to their lead. No hesitation whatsoever.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He just the goalkeeper to beat. And he shoots! Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So they were calling for him, and now they get him.
Well, it does have its detractors always, but Route 1 has certainly proven itself effective over the years.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. It's a pretty loose pass. Pedri. That's a cute ball. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Foden. Cross into the box. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Foden. Picked by Cola. And a chance! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that's it. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
You're able to enjoy with us here some great scenes at this arena by the river. There is no venue quite like this one. And Messi! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions attacking-wise can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Looking for the run. Arcola receives it in a wide position. Nice interception, well timed. Strong running down that left flank. Camavinga with the foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's onside! Oh, well played, well played. Oh, such a clever touch. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the counter is on. That's a good run down the left. Looking for options for movement. Picked out brilliant. Oh, shooting chance! That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Has a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Neither side yet able to find the net. That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Alvarez. Decent chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Camavinga. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! The breakthrough strike! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now, he's got space here. Valverde does well to get it back. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Alvarez. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to pull further clear. He has spurned it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the score is 1-0. Messi.
Foot in. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi on a strong run down the right. That's a sharp pass. Paris Saint-Germain looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Stood up well to him there. He won't be happy with that one. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Looking to play him in. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. And he's been shifted off it. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Things starting to look very...
He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Paris Saint-Germain very much in control here, 3 up and cruising.
Substituição no time do Paris Saint-Germain. Camisa
Here we go
2.
again.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa
Paris
9.
Saint-Germain do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Driving on and making good progress. Vardiol tries to clear. Thinks about the shot. Oh, that's fabulous. Serginho. Now that's well seen too. Out to the right. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Van Dijk. That could spell trouble. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Alvarez. Gets through on his own. Shot at goal! He scores! Just cruising! They are cruising! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
He's gone for goal.
Público presente na partida de hoje.
Now it's Messi.
60.332 espectadores.
He's found a way through. Knocks it into space. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. No way through. He's looking wide. No way through there. Paris Saint-Germain are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Barcola with 2 goals already to his name.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Out towards the flank. Van Dijk. And Guardiola. Messi. Out of play for a throw.
Substituição no time do Paris Saint-Germain. Camisa 29.
Fernandes.
Para a entrada do jogador. Camisa
Alexander-Arnold.
22.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Substituição no time do Paris Saint-Germain. Camisa 19. Camisa 27.
Oh no, he's got that wrong.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 11.
Alexander-Arnold.
Camisa 15.
Tomori. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Paris Saint-Germain will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And he's worked it through. And it's Fernandes. He is through here. Alexander-Arnold. That's an excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold. Pass somewhat off target. And Fernandes. And it's Fernandes. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's tried one! Oh, terrific save. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. He's gone for goal! Oh, denied at the last. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Caicedo. Tomori. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Messi, he's got away.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
That's a shade optimistic. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's that, the end. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.